right, you are listening to Readers and Writers, and today we're talking about Instagram specifically and that social media platform. Your host is James Hill and Athena Paris of Rock Hill, and we have Haley back today, and me and Haley are going to talk about Instagram. Haley's mostly going to facilitate the conversation. She is very good at Instagram and selling her books, using her books, all kinds of stuff like that. So welcome, Haley. How's it going?
That would be you, Haley.
No, my internet connection just decided to drop.
Oh, technology,
Great,
technology.
great.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Technical
Nothing like being
difficulties.
live.
It's okay. I'm good with dead air, man. I can feel the void and talk to myself. I'm good at that all the time. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It adds to the suspense. Okay. I'm digging it. But Haley, you use Instagram primarily for your books. And I know, not all of us are as good as you in terms of marketing your book, building the books to grammar relationship. So I would love to have some insight into what it is that you do on a daily basis to help promote your books through Instagram. I'm pretty sure she's frozen. Hopefully not. Oh, she's gone.
Oh, she's gone. Oh, and Haley is out of here. Okay, well, we'll fill in the time while Haley reconnects.
She'll
And
come
I'd just
back
like
on.
to say that Amy, you have been doing our Instagram for us and posting stuff on Instagram. And it's really interesting because you're posting snippets from the books that we published, from Haley's book, The Noggin, and from David's book, Necromancer, and my book and Athena's books. So it's really interesting the way you do that. So
Yeah,
perhaps you can give us a little insight.
So
on how that
social
works.
media in and of a whole is very powerful. It's powerful in the ways that you utilize it and to the extent that you use it, right? It can be overwhelming if you are overly ambitious, but people don't need a whole lot from you. They don't need paragraphs of copy, that the writing that goes above your image, on anything that you do or below your image on Instagram. They really like short and concise and to the point. And it's mostly Instagram basically is picture driven. They're kind of stepping away from just being picture driven and really trying to compete with TikTok at the moment. So they're kind of pushing from Instagram driven to video driven. Here comes Haley back, video driven, right? But it's something that kind of sets it apart, I would say. But Haley knows a lot more about Instagram. Welcome back, Haley.
Haley, you're back.
Sorry, my internet just decided. It was just like Saturday, I'm not working.
I get it. I totally understand. So we were just talking about Instagram and, I was saying how Instagram, it used to be picture driven and they're kind of trying to step more into the video driven to compete with TikTok. But I know you use it for Bookstagrammers, which is just a section of Instagram for authors and book lovers and book boxes and all of these things. So what is your strategy going into it in terms of promoting your book?
So my kind of strategy is I'm really using it as a way to make connections, and it's a good bouncing off point. So it's kind of how I use it. I also enjoy reading. So by reading and leaving reviews, people see, okay, I'm in the community, I'm posting every day. And then when you do post, oh, look, I'm going to be at this event, or, oh, look, my book is on sale, or, oh, look, if you haven't seen my book yet, go buy it, kind of thing. They're already paying attention to you. So you're already in front of them. They want to see what you're posting. So they're excited, like, oh, she writes a book, maybe I should check it out, kind of thing. But you do also make other connections with other authors. So, they help you, you help them, and so you kind of create this little community bubble for yourself. And you just continue to grow it. It's just kind of how that really works.
Well, so how long on a daily basis, right? Your number will be different than mine because you're just doing your account, right? But on a daily basis, how long does it take you to create, let's just say, an Instagram story highlighting, all the people that have given you love on your book posts? How long does something like that take you to create?
Like 3 seconds.
Nice. Okay.
It's super easy. Like if someone like one of your photos, take a screenshot, put it to your story and say, thanks for the love, tag them. That's it. Like it's easy.
Well, so for someone that isn't Instagram savvy, right? They're just diving their toe into Instagram, right? The stories is just like Facebook. It's a little circles up at the top. Instagram is an app driven platform. So it works best on your phone. But I mean, how would because you add, new posts and it's blurred out, or you have, thanks for the love and you tag all the people and you have all these screenshots. So, I mean, how do you go about doing that to make sure that it's appealing and it's not overwhelming for people, right? Because you don't want to overload them and there's like, oh, all she does is push her books, right? Because the whole point is, like you said, to build connections and relationships. So how do you do that in an effective way while also, I guess, announcing or keeping out there the forefront of people's mind that you are an author and you do have a book out, right? Because that's ultimately the whole point of a bookstagrammer, right? It's building those relationships of authors and readers and books and sharing books and all those things. So how do you go about doing that? And how long does it take?
Well, I mean, it kind of depends. So like the way I look at Instagram is that there's two parts. You've got your stories and you've got your actual feed. My story, I'm a little bit more just unfiltered. If I have a good day of writing, I'll say, oh, look, I wrote 500 words today. You show them the progress, or, oh, look, I just got in 3 boxes of books. You can show them that. It doesn't have to be super pretty. It can, but it doesn't have to be. I tend to just off the cuff, just go in stories. But then on my feed, everything's a little bit more put together. So roughly every Saturday, I do photos, depending on how many books I need to take photos of. It could take 30 minutes or 5 hours.
Right,
Who knows? But I mean, again, it's, you don't have to, I use props and stuff because for me, that's what makes stuff pretty. You don't have to, you can literally just hold the book up to your painted wall, take a photo, that's it, you're done. People are very successful that way. You don't have to have all the gimmicks. And so it's whatever you want to put into it, but you kind of have to find your groove and figure out what makes my photos unique and what makes people like my photos. And that's kind of what you capitalize on.
Right. You
So
have
there's,
to do like a niche, I would say.
yeah, so you kind of have to figure it out in the beginning, test the waters. For me, my thing is that I'm the marine biologist and the mermaid. Like, to find another person who does that stuff on Bookstagram, I've not yet found it. I don't post mermaid stuff all the time, but people like seeing that. They're like, you're a mermaid, that's so cool, you're a marine biologist. Like, I shared a video of some dolphins I saw at work this week, and it's just like, you can do that too. And so I have all my little things. I'm also incredibly sarcastic, so that's kind of like my little niche thing, is I'm sarcastic and a biologist.
I love
your mermaid stuff. I see a lot. You tag me on just about everything, so I see almost everything.
I only tag you in stuff that has a Rock Hill Publishing product in it.
Well, that's a lot.
I love it.
But I love the mermaid stuff too. She got her little mermaid tail on, and great. And that's how we met Haley. She was a mermaid that came to our table when
I just happened to have purple hair at the time.
I like how she just drops that. I was not a mermaid. I just had purple hair. But Haley, so James, I think I'm going to put Rock Hill on the spot, right? Just to, have Haley give an example. So from Haley on Instagram, with Rock Hill's feed and everything like that, what would you recommend? Like, how would you handle a publisher Instagram account on Instagram? Whatever.
So I mean, the first big thing to remember is that it's not Facebook. Putting this same picture out there over and over and over does nothing, because people think, wait, I've already seen this post, why is it coming up again? Mm-hmm. So you want different photos, or if you're going to reuse them, make sure it's several months between posting the same photo again, if not years. The other thing too is that you've got to use hashtags. And again, you can ask your reader, say, hey, send us a picture of you reading the book. We'll feature it on our page. That's really easy things. But then like if you've got like a big sale coming up, or you're going to be at a live event, again, don't just post the same thing over and over and over. Boost it. Actually have a paid promotion. It's going to run like an ad. That's the best way to get it to as many people that will want to see it as possible. So that's kind of the big thing. And then the other thing is that, you've got to be on Instagram. You've got to engage with other people and other publishers. So if you're just posting and that's it, you're not commenting, you're not liking, you're not actively talking and seeking readers, nothing's ever going to happen. You've got to put in that effort to show people that, hey, there's an actual human behind this account. I want your opinions. We want you to read our stuff because we care and we hope you like it. So like, you gotta build that relationship.
Right. So how long on a daily, I guess let's just say weekly. Okay. We'll do weekly instead of daily. weekly, do you go in, comment, engage, tag, do all those things? How long does it take you on a weekly basis to do that, to build up to the momentum and like connections and resources that you have today?
I mean, it's not something you're going to see in a week. I've been doing this for a year now, and I still don't have 1,000 followers. But again, it takes time. You know, realistically, I'm also in a bunch of engagement groups, so that takes a little bit more time. But you know, you can be on for maybe an hour, maybe two. It's generally pretty easy. It's not crazy. You know, you don't. People think like, oh, you have to spend like 8 hours a day on Instagram. Like, no, you know, you do
Yeah.
5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Oh, respond to a message real quick. Oh, someone liked a bunch of my photos. You know, give them a shout out. Like, it's not like, it doesn't have to be overwhelming.
Yeah, I think for me and you know, being millennials and stuff like that, I think it's easier for us because we've kind of grown up in a sense. I mean, I remember when there wasn't social media, and there is. So, I mean, I'm sure that you do too. But for the majority of our life, there's been social media. We figured out, you know, technology just comes pretty easy to us. But I feel like, you know, the older generations and stuff like that would see it as 8 hours and a lot of time and a lot of commitment, especially having to be on your phone, right? So I think, you know, we have to remember that it is a phone driven app. Okay. You are on your phone a whole lot, but, you know, practice makes it better and you get faster at it with practice, I would say.
I have a question. Now
I
I
have
see
an
on the
answer.
okay, so I'm gonna throw it out to you, Haley. Now I see out there on the Instagram post, people put promote on blah 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 at blah blah blah.
Mhm.
What do they mean by promote blah blah blah? Okay, because I see that and I'm wondering, is it not being promoted already, or are they asking me to promote it on their site? So exactly what do they mean in that comment when they say promote and then they give you a
Oh,
tag?
those are spammers. Those are spam people. Ignore them.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, no, but they're trying what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you to say, come to our site and talk to us, and oh yeah, you're gonna pay like $10 and we'll feature you on our page. You could if you wanted to, but realistically it's a scam. Just
Yeah.
ignore them.
So keep in mind, you know, I've discussed this before, and Haley, I'm sure that you know, you can buy followings, you can do all those kinds of things. And you do that going through those sites because they'll promote you and they'll funnel people to your page. They're not active people. Some of them are, you know, people that just have all these accounts and they go and do that. There's spammers, all kinds of stuff like that. And you can always tell when someone's paid for a following or organically has it and you really want it to be organic. So when they say promote on this site, they're just, you know, they're giving you a comment, which is helping out, but don't do it. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
So it's one of those type of thing where you pay for people to see you, and it's not really whether or not actual live
Yes,
people
and,
see
you know,
you
and
either.
that's exactly what it is. But guess what? The hashtags do exactly the same thing, and they're free.
Yep. And you
Yeah.
can go and
Haley, the
follow hashtags
hashtag
and stuff.
queen, and she's always getting on me about hashtags.
They're so easy. It's not-
I'm starting to build a list of hashtags, Haley. I'm starting to build my list.
I love it. I love it. Well, Haley, this has been a fantastic conversation. I had stepped away from Instagram for a long time. You know, now it's coming back. I'm not a fan of picturesque photos and stuff. You know, I'm just like, this is me. Okay, this is how it goes. But thanks so much for coming on to Readers and Writers and talking to us about Instagram. I love your feed. So if people want to go and follow you, how can they find you?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram and my handle is by_HC Kilgour. If you can't figure that one out, just search for Noggin. I'm pretty much the only person that posts in that hashtag, but you know, those are some easy ways to find me.
Awesome. Well, we hope everybody has a great evening and we will be back next week. Bye, everybody.